Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Australian Esports High School League competition for Rocket League. I'm Mendrix, and joining me once again to help break down all the action is none other than Emperor ZK. How are you, mate?
Feeling great, feeling awesome, and it's time for the grand finals, baby.
Oh, yeah, we are in finals. I am very excited to jump into it. Of course, we're going to be kicking it off with Division 2. The BDC Blazers up against the Mentone Mavericks. And it's going to be a good one. All these players can do a lot. They can bring a lot to the table. But of course, we're going to have our eyes on Frosty, who definitely seems to be just a little bit above the rest. What do you think about that one, Emperor?
I think it's definitely going to be a nice show match. We have seen so many good players coming in, and Frosty Falcons has been no stranger to the one to be delivering. So all eyes are definitely going to be looking at him.
Absolutely on that. But you know what else we need to have all eyes on, Emperor? Of course, it's going to be our sponsors.
All right. It is AGON by AOC, the gaming monitor partner who provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
And of course, the AEL, in partnership with the Department of Health and Aged Care, is promoting our You've Got No Game When You Vape campaign. Do you know the harms and risks of vaping? For more information, head to health.gov.au/vaping. If you'd like to help quit, check out the My Quit Buddy app. It tracks your progress and helps you stay motivated, or call Quit line on 13 78 48 and talk to a professional counselor for free and confidential advice about quitting. Whoa. With that being said, there's not too much left to do but to get into it. The players are warming up as we speak at this moment in time, so I'm very excited for that. Hopefully they can get in. Just going to wait to see if they're all ready. Of course, our ref is just going to be checking with them. But otherwise, we might be jumping into it any second here. And how do you feel this is going to play out, Emperor?
I think it's going to be pretty spectacular because we have seen both sides. We've seen Mitch Magoo do quite well as well. And then on the other side, we do have Sir Kraken and Loud Money. I don't believe I've seen one of the other players inside here, but this is the grand finals. This is where you don't hide any more strength. This is the one where you
Bring your
actually
trump
bring the key.
cards.
Yeah, that's right. You gotta really just start slamming it down and throw some Uno reverses and just start skipping turns. I'm looking forward to a very decent grand finals.
Could you imagine if it's just kind of like Frosty's coming in for a big one, and all of a sudden they're just kind of like BDC goes, "Whoa, you've activated my trap card," and out of the blue a new challenger enters and just knocks the ball directly out into the center field.
Yeah, but I'm
Too much.
Yeah, no, you could definitely have it. It would not be above it to be, assuming that whoever is going to the grand finals is going to be researching their opponent a little bit and just say, hey guys, let's play a little bit different and see, maybe it will work and maybe we can execute this evil plan.
Oh, the evil plans. The evil plans. Yeah, one of our players just having a little bit of technical difficulties getting into the match. So once they're up and running and everyone's ready to go, of course, we'll be jumping into the action. Now, we've got this idea, of course, with the two teams that we've got on play here, and I'm going to be excited. Of course, I do feel that the Mentone Mavericks have a little bit of an advantage coming into it against the Blazers, but I still think they've got the capability to make this work. It is literally just about challenging Frosty before that control comes into play. Sort of just being a little bit in the future. You need to see that play before it happens. And if you see Frosty making a beeline to the wall with the ball, you need to be ready and waiting. I think there's going to be a lot of that on play on today.
Yeah, I think it's, if you can't beat him 1-on-1, you beat him 2-on-1. You definitely try to, I don't know, I think you probably want to starve him in terms of resources, and so you can try to at least put him at half capability, more than usual. And so it's good to pile on some pressure. Like Frosty Falcon has definitely been able to show that he's a stellar kind of a player in Division 2. He's the big fish, the big star of all the crown show when you go into it. But there's always ways, right? Because Rocket League, as much as we like to say that it is about showmanship and personal skill, but it's also a team game. It doesn't matter how good you are, if the team responds and synergizes even better on the opposite side, you might not be able to pile on that pressure that you're able to usually offer. So in a game like Grand Finals, we definitely will be approaching somewhere around that. But it'll be very interesting to see what BDC has against Mentone.
I completely agree. There are definitely tactics that can be implemented by players that are a relatively low skill but require a lot of situational awareness. And that is, of course, taking control of the boost around the field. If you've got pressure on the ball and you can see that you can grab either the top left or top right boost on your opponent's side of the field, that takes away those resources, that stops them from making those fancy plays and you using their skills to their full potential. And it's not something that requires you to put 10,000 hours into Rocket League. It just requires you to tilt your head to the side, make sure that you're using good use of the information available to you. And that can really assist when it comes to locking down some of these really exceptional players.
Yeah, I think that will probably give an answer. I mean, I guess we'll find our answer from the kickoff. Which I guess shouldn't be too long now. But more than anything, I'm very happy to be here with you. Obviously, to share and bath in this glorious last day of a Saturday. It is not hot anymore. It is cold and it's raining. It's beautiful. We're ready. We're ready to bring the thunder.
Oh, all the thunder. Everything that could possibly come to it. The power. And it is electric, right? It's finals. It's 6 weeks of work has all culminated in this. And brings it all together. So I'm really excited, of course, when they jump to it. And I think the players are excited too, because I see cars beginning to appear onto the field. I think things are up and running. And we're going to be moving ourselves into the first match of this series, up against the Mentone Mavericks against the BDC Blazers.
All right, here we go. A little bit of a control coming in from BDC. They are threatening, but nothing really significant. They're all going to be flopping for the ball. But right now, Frosty Falcon, he is looking. He's just waiting for the resources to come through. Gets the bounce in. He's still going to stick around, but there is going to be the defense. You can see it, right? Personal skill level versus, just a lot of people just defending. They want to keep on looking to see what else they can get under this. And Frosty Falcon from the top, it's just going to offer a half delivery into the half. So Kraken's going to be the one. Doesn't get cleared. Gets beaten out. Mitch Magoo onto the side. Has the boost. Ready to invest. But there's going to be the clear.
Yeah, it's going to be big on that side as well. Everything's actually just about controlling this midfield at this moment in time. Mitch Magoo's going up high. He is controlling very well. Looks for a double tapper. Isn't able to make it work. But it's going to be a fantastic pass to Broader Spinks, who just clears it away.
Oh, there it is. Look at Mitch Magoo. Gets a little bit of the tap back into Brother Sphinx. And hey, that is what we're looking for, right? We're looking at the perspective of what's the plan against a stellar player. Well, they say we've got all the players in the world to get this one in, but obviously there's only the first goal. We can see that the strategy is going to be here. There's going to be a lot of team. And look at this. Could be dangerous, but what a block from Frosty.
Yeah, manages to get there in time as well. And you can see, normally Frosty's out and about and causing some bit of trouble. He is right now also causing a bit of trouble here as well. But of course, the Mentone Mavericks are bringing the fire and they're able to keep up to it as well. And this is definitely that complete formation of a team here that understands what they need to do and have control. But as I say that, Frosty tries to get control. You can see, so Kraken jumps in for a nice little dunk, but it's going to be defended. And we're back here now on BDC's half.
Here we go from the top. Frosty Falcon doesn't really have too much left. There is going to be the pickup on the resources. Brother Sphinx is going to be there. Oh, a miss from Loud Money and Brother Sphinx. Nice little bit of a challenge right there. Does get this back onto the BDC side. Frosty Falcon from the top. He does want to play a little bit more delivery and he's going to keep on getting the final taps. Does run out of resources. He's going to collect. There is going to be the play and that is a confident back pass back in, but you can see it. The position. They're gonna have to give a little bit of respect to Frosty.
Yeah, I think there's. I think Frosty is actually been giving a lot of respect here to Mentone as well. So you can see typically is running around, trying to push towards those more fancier plays. Understands, what, if I do go to the air, I will be challenged in that aerial. And so this is much more standard play coming across here as well. And of course, at this moment in time, Mentone is ahead. BDC need to bring something to the table. This might be enough. So Kraken manages to chip it right over the head of the defense and manages to even up that scoreline.
Should really like this coming from Sir Kraken. He notices that Harvey is coming out. And it's such a good corner.
It's not just the chip over, it's the bump as well. The situational awareness to see, Mitch Magoo's on the side here. Let me just completely take you out and make sure there's no chance of there going to be a chance to save that one away. And like you said there, very nice little play coming across.
Yeah, and right now, you know, both sides, they're just feeling each other out, feeling the overall strength and what they are going through with the strategy. Mitch Magoo is going to quickly clear that one away. Back in, Lau Money hasn't really warmed up just yet. He's been having a few misses here, but, you know, it's nothing to be too significant. This is just
It's
the beginning.
quiet money at the moment.
Yeah, he's quiet money. That's right. I almost missed it. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. He's always about that loud play, and look at that. It's a little bit of a bounce. 3 players all ready to go, and you can see it. They're giving that situational awareness. They're not really overplaying their hand. They're just waiting for Frosty Falcon to drop and see what he's got.
Well, we can see now it seems to be on the attack here as well. Good defense. We'll keep that ball clear. Harvey pushing it back into the center. Will be demoed out here by Frosty, who just seems to be on a bit of a rampage. Just clearing the vehicles away from the pitch. So Kraken now is trying to get some control here, but manages to come around a little bit of a misstep there. Does put the ball in a bit of a danger zone, but Harvey will handle it handily. Pushes it out of the way. Mitch Magoo, though, sees an opportunity. It's enough, and it goes through. A bit of a lax clear coming on through in the end there by the Blazers.
Yeah, look at this. This was already a really hard play coming in, and that is just not, it's not going to work. It's unfortunate that Lau Money couldn't get more of himself into the way, but that's just the way the ball is going to be crumbling down. And so, about 1 minute left, and there is going to be a small scoreline, 2-1, where usually both teams are more used to getting double digits. They're ready to like just start clearing, and it's actually pretty good from Broad Sphinx. Broad Sphinx, he said, all right, let's keep it to your side. Let's get a little bit of danger. Put that threat back onto the map, and you have to like start respecting.
Absolutely. I think a lot of what we have to take into account here as well is that both of these teams did get through playoffs very handily, very easily. It was on both sides. It was a 3-0, so they just managed to be quite happy with the outcome. This time around, though, of course, this is what we want in the finals. We want it to be down to the wire. We want to be down to the edge here. So 20 seconds left on this clock. BDC, the Blazers, under pressure. Allowed Money trying to push it towards the center there, perhaps create an opportunity for a pass. This is looking pretty promising. It's up in the air, but there's no boost available for BDC. They can't take advantage of that opportunity.
Yeah, and there's the countdown. 1 second, and there's going to be the tap from Sir Kraken, but it's all the way at the back. It's going to be tapped again, but unfortunately, there's not going to be any more play. So the first one actually goes to Mento, and you can see, right, the amount of transitional plays that these guys have come in with. They said, we're ready to challenge the status quo, and we have ourselves a team strategy that's going to completely disable your stellar play. And that first game is pretty damn good.
Yeah, it's definitely something where it's good to see, where Frosty is perhaps not getting the same level of freedom that they're used to. That's really the case that we have here as well. And Mentone have a really tight level of play coming into it. And so everyone needs to flex a little bit more. We're looking at Loud Money and, of course, so Kraken to flex just a little bit more and bring themselves into a higher position to really support Frosty and bring something back.
Yeah, here we go. This is going to be the second one. Now, obviously, Divisional 2, we used to see a lot more fancier plays, a lot more bombs. There's not going to be as much of an accuracy when it comes down to as per se, save a few really good players. But, you know, all of a sudden, we have strategy. We have ourselves a game. They want it, but keeping just a little bit cold of the goal. And again, that's 3.
Yeah, nice little hits there as well. It's a bit tough, though, to obviously get those double taps when it comes in. You need to be basically pixel perfect, otherwise it will just bounce off back into the pitch. So Kraken knocking that into the center isn't going to be able to do much of it. It will be knocked away by Harvey for safety, but this is the rock mode. That was a very testy save, but manages to get through nonetheless. That's the result they wanted, but BDC relentless on this attack. They're stripping away the resources. They're getting the boost here. They're keeping the ball here on the Mentone side, making sure it's going to be on hell of a hard defense. And you can see Mentone Mavericks have all their setup in place. They're sending one person forward, one person on the close post, one person on the far post. They've got that standard defense. And BDC, though, just have it locked down here, waiting for just a brief moment of roost by Broader Sphinx. Manages to brings it out, pushes everyone out, and you can see now the fields are opening up. Everyone's collecting boost.
Yeah, I mean, eventually gonna have to let up because you don't have enough resources to go around 4 players. And now Frosty, here's the comes to delivery, is gonna be a challenge and knocked away by Brother Sphinx. And that is really good. Now there is a little bit of an open field. He doesn't have any more resources to play around with, so the best he can do is just offer it to put it on the other side. And you have to respect that. That decision right there, he saw it coming from miles away. And he said, that's the play we're going to go with, and we're going to have to, you know, try to get ourselves out of the danger zone first.
Yeah, absolutely. They were definitely with their backs to the wall, and that respite was exactly what they needed. Now, as you can see, it seems to be BDC now on the defense, holding down the line. Mentone, of course, doing a good job of that midfield control, but with Harvey back as a dedicated defender, they can't really push as aggressive as I'd like to see them do. As you can see now, it's open up position for BDC to come in for the attack. An opportunity for a double touch doesn't eventuate in anything, and now Border Sphinx is bringing it back to BDC's side.
Yeah, you can see how they are very reluctant to go, you know, play on the 3-man rotation. But right now, Sir Kraken does get the ball, misses the boost, unfortunately, so not the most ideal play that he would have liked. Had to wait a little bit more. Loud Money is going to hijack that into the middle. It's still quite good, but right now, danger is going to be cleared away because Mentone does have a lot more momentum now. They don't really have to think way too much. They've already got their boost. They already got the position. They're sitting more comfortably, and they say, all right, maybe we should just wait for a little bit of an overstep, and that will be our way to play. And you can see all 3 players from BDC, they are very active.
Yeah, at this moment in time as well, as they push it back towards BDC side, you can see there's just a bit of control. Frosty taking their time, looking for a little bit of a chip. Will jump it over, but misses. Continuing the play there, so unfortunately not venturing what wanted to do. Still has plenty of boost in that back pocket. We'll knock it back in the direction they don't want it to go, but we'll push it towards the corner, towards safety. Mitch Magoo seizing a possible opportunity, won't get the angle they need to knock it into the goal there, and it is definitely a tough one. Border Sphinx, though, will push it through. A bit of a lax defense, and it does end up as a goal here for Mentone, and you can see Border Sphinx just very easily there, pushes it over, manages there. Unfortunately, no boost available for Frosty. Loud Money not getting the angle needed, and all goes in.
Yep, there it is. That's what I was talking about. Once they start getting more into their rhythm, they are very happy to slow this one down. And they say, all right, you know, we see when you start attacking, you go relentless. And then when we get a little bit more better in terms of raw speed and strategy, we're going to capitalize. And so, you know, it's a really nice little bit of strategy coming in from Memento. Oh, but hang on a second. He has now awoken. He is not silent anymore. He is Loud Money.
Yeah, Loud Money sees the opportunity there, and there is just confusion on the Mentone side here. All 3 members were just sitting in the center of the goals, a little bit flustered in the situation, and that opens up an opportunity for Loud Money to start throwing money around. Ha ha ha. Come on, you have to laugh. You have to laugh, Emperor. Come on. It's not funny unless you laugh with me.
I was laughing, but I had to bite my lips first because, you know, that gave me some memories back in those days. But yes, we love slapping that stack of bands all around. And right now, all we want to see is the game going all the way. And right now, it looks like we might just be having ourselves a little bit of a from Frosty Falcon. He gets denied on the dunk. And if there is no more plays to be done here, we're going to have to settle this in OT.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, 20 seconds on the clock. Crazier things have happened, Empress. Let's not call our chips before they've fallen. So Kraken will push that in the direction they don't want it to go. Of course, looking for a better pinch, but that doesn't happen. Loud Money, though, will keep it in the center of the field as it is held up here. And possible opportunity for BDC. Frosty's trying to find an angle, but Mitch Magoo will quickly remove it from any possible view. And like you said, we're in overtime.
There it is. They're in stalemate, and they really are enjoying this. Both sides, Mento and BDC, poising themselves to either take that big momentum shift or to tie it up and go again. I think it's anyone's game still. Even though it's a 1-0 right now, you can tell both sides is just looking at the right opportunity. They say, as soon as we get this momentum, we're going to lock you down for the next game.
Yeah, it's definitely anyone's game. I agree. It's just a matter of how do all the players culminate in something happening. That's so close. Loud Money Gets it there. It's on the line, but it's cleared out by Mentone. That is a devastating feeling, but Frosty goes, you know what? Let me just bring this one back, and with that goal is going to even things up in the series.
Yeah, that was a little bit crazy. As soon as you saw a Frosty Falcon, he goes, you cleared it? No, hang on a second. I'm still here. And so, we have ourselves a series, 1-1, where Mentone struck first, and they struck really hard. And now BDC went into OT and said, we're ready to play. So, let's get this show on the road.
Oh, we have a series, Emperor. Yes, we do. It's going to be amazing on that one there as well. And you can see all the players now are warmed up. Everyone's understanding what needs to be done. I'm really loving as well just seeing that idea of just being a little bit in the future, challenging the play. If you're looking for a dunk, you can't get it immediately. You have to do something a little bit better. Now, it really does come down to that team play.
Oh, yeah. And we cannot wait. We anticipate how the clash of the Titans will go through this Divisional 2 Series Grand Finals between Mentone and BDC. Here's the kickoff. There is the stubborn mules saying on each side, I have bigger horns than you. And now here comes the order delivery from right to left into the middle, collects it, and he wants that position.
Yeah, nice little tap there will open up a chance for Kraken, who comes in quite heavily, but isn't going to be enough there. Will be popped up in the air, and Frosty says, thank you very much. Let me just tap this in. A bit of a pseudo dunk, if I don't say so myself.
Yeah, I think this was the Space Jam, you know, when you dunk from all the way, you just jump, and then you're like, and you put it in. Yeah, that was childhood.
childhood trauma. Oh, that movie was, I was definitely scared with that. So as I said, that Mitch Magoo brings it back for a nice quick little, even no time to discuss things that happened to me back when it came to Space Jam. Loud Money perhaps not getting the clear they wanted, and of course that puts in a nice center here in Mentone to even it up very handily.
Yeah, it's a really credit to Mitch Magoo for realizing that position, and he fully took advantage of it, very aware of the situation. Loud Money right now probably not feeling it, but it's okay. You know, he's going to deny the resources. The ball's just going to bounce, right? Mitch Magoo and Loud Money both playing for it. Harvey's going to get that clear. Frosty Falcon is going to knock it away. Broader Sphinx is here to play, but Frosty Falcon does see that aerial. He does see the angle. He wants more attack. He says the best defense is all offense. We don't have to think about it. It's just pure aerials.
Yeah, Harvey just holding on for the time being there, just fighting their time. Of course, in the goals here, Mentone do eventually get it cleared away. Loud Money wants to bring it back in. Harvey finally makes that move there. Bit of a lax touch here, but we'll keep control of the ball. We'll keep it pushing forward here. Two people commit to that from the BDC to try and get the ball away, but Mitch Magoo now with an opportunity tries to get in, but they've managed to regroup, get themselves back behind that goalpost, or in front of the goalpost actually, to stop that ball from going in. Nice little play here as well. It's going to be a two-player commit on that defense, but they do manage to get it out in the end. Frosty sees an opportunity, tries to go in from the top angle here. Loud Money also follows through. Not going to be enough, and it's going to be cleared away.
Yeah, I think that was just the mass grab where you can see what BDC wanted to do, and they fully committed. Everyone knew what they wanted to do, but they got to be careful on the defense. I feel like they are walking on each other's territory right now, and it hasn't really worked out. Has really set them up for those dangerous situations. That is really lucky to be just given that away.
Yeah, I don't think you'd want that to be the touch that happened there for Frosty. It looked as if it was going to go in. Broader Spinks tries to jump it in, but it's not going to be enough as well. You can see a few mistakes coming through, a bit of the shakes, a bit of the pressure coming through, understanding that both these opponents in terms of teams are very evenly matched. Mitch Magoo now jumps in the air, tries to make a play, will get a tap. It's going to be a bit of a pass as well. Broader Spinks tries to make it work, but won't get the angle, and we're back in the center of the field.
Yeah, this is really wild. Both sides not having the greatest luck and play, but hang on a second. Oh no, Frosty Falcon just goes, all right, let me quickly borrow your nose.
Yeah,
Give me
pretty
your nose.
much. Just a nice pinch there onto Broader Spinks. Does get a nice deflection that was not intended here for, of course, what's going to be Mentone, and BDC now push ahead with a bit of a lead.
Yeah, what a fortunate little bit of a turnaround from BDC. They will take that happily. 2-1. Right now is a lot of advantage, and that's a good thing. And Sir Kraken has been a little bit quiet right now. Hasn't really shown what else he could give until now. He says, I'm going to take out Mitch Magoo. Hold your words. And here comes the aerial.
Yeah, here we go. This is what you don't want to give to Frosty. Doesn't eventuate in a goal. Loud money comes in. It's just so dangerous every time Frosty does this. Creates so many opportunities for BDC, and it takes a while for Mentone to recover, to get themselves back in a position where they can go back on the attack. As you can see, they're just relegated once again to sticking the defense. Frosty coming in a bit too hot. And the ball will finally be out of here. Mentone now looking for a chance here as it gets centered.
Yeah, I think Sir Kraken also overestimated how fast the ball was going to be played, and eventually it was just left alone. He definitely was thinking that this was an opportunity, which was, but you know, steps not taken. Here comes another demo. Sir Kraken's going to get taken out, and just from the way they are playing, it was crazy. But Frosty Falcon gets that one in really quickly.
Yeah, you can see there's a bit of miscommunication between Harvey and Broader here, and Harvey was going to go for it. Now Broader's going to go for it. Now it ends up being Broader that goes for it, and because there's that delay on making an action, the touch isn't where you needed to be. It ends up being a center ball for BDC, and that's why we have 3-1 now, folks.
Yeah, this is actually the biggest lead we've seen in this series so far, and the score is starting to come in for BDC. They're starting to find footing, getting that confidence. Meanwhile, Mentone hasn't really had that kind of a stellar performance from the first game that they've had, or even the second. You can see the strategy is there, but it feels like they're a little bit exhausted and a bit frozen in time in the strategy, and so they definitely need to change that up.
Yeah, it's literally does come down to avoiding these small mistakes as well. Just really getting rid of those rough edges and sending them down, because that's literally what it was. It was just a bit of hesitation, and that ends up being a punishment opportunity for BDC. They sit in there, they say, sweet, you're not going to do this, I'm going to punish, and the opportunity for Loud Money just scraping away, not going to actually give them a bit of dividends. And the defense continues here for Mentone, but with less than 10 seconds on the clock here, I think it's safe to say BDC is going to walk away with this match.
Yeah, there it is. And so that's BDC. I did say in the last game, whoever wins that one, the momentum is going to swing, and BDC definitely found their footing. They did a 3-1, where they were showing that they are ready to play. They are here, they've adjusted, they're all warmed up, they're playing with confidence, everyone's taking a shot. Look at that, 7-5-3 coming on the side of BDC. Definitely a round of relentless attacks.
Yeah, you can see there the shots coming through are providing more opportunities for BDC, and Mentone just don't seem to have the same attack at this moment in time. That they really do need to go back to the drawing board, go back to what they were looking like in that game one, where they did manage to get that first match win.
Here we go. This is going to be very important for them to pick this one up in this whole series. This competitive grand finals is absolutely crazy to think. After 6 weeks worth of relentless plays, both sides strong contenders, winning 3-0, ready to get this one all into the Oh my god, look at that. As we say, Frosty Falcon says, I've been a little bit too quiet. Let me show you some success.
Yeah, back and forth. This is what's so dangerous about it as well. The thing is the gravity, the physics in Rocket League. If you're the person rising to the occasion, you need to have boost in your back pocket if you want to be able to win the contest. And as you can see, ran out of boost just towards the very end. That meant Frosty had gravity on their side and was able just to go in for a nice simple dunk, and that's why it's just so dangerous to let Frosty have that free time with the ball.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, but that's a pretty good angle. Gonna be cleared away by Frosty Falcon from the top. He says we ain't done just yet, and there's gonna be a continuous all the way from Loud Money. Frosty Falcon from the top is gonna go for the aerial delay. He wants to bring it back in. Has another one from the side. What is that play?
Yeah, this is why the aerials are just so dangerous. You can see here, great control on that air roll. Nice pacing, keeping up with the ball just on the edge. That's literally my hand cradling the ball the whole way through into the goal. That's exactly what it was, and Frosty's really showing us what they're capable of, what they're able to do now in this game 4 here, which could be the deciding match as well.
Oh somebody stop him.
Nobody can.
That's a hat trick. That's a hat trick and a half. Look at that.
Oh, nice simple play as well. This is one of those textbook finishes. As you can see, just keeps the ball down the center, knocks it through afterwards as well. Definitely a tough position for Mentone to be in. But the big silver lining that Mentone has right now, 3 goals is not that big. As I say, that Frosty almost goes for 4. 3 goals is not that big. You still have 4 minutes on the clock here. This is still anyone's game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still not lights out just yet. There's the bomb from Harvey. They're starting to look a little bit different. I'm not sure what Harvey wants to achieve. Just sitting there being the little piggy in the center, no boost, and so they're being stuffed out on these resources. They want more. They want to clear it. So Kraken looking at the position, already collected some boost, was into the play. Brought a Sphinx, an opportunity, beats it out.
Oh.
It is just into the corner, and it's gonna be cleared away. Mitch Magoo was not able to complete that because Frosty Falcon was already there to annoy him out of the position. Lao Money's gonna get that bounce. Here's another one, and that one's good.
Yeah, I was going to say it was a bit tragic for Broader Spinks initially. I mean, after beating out 2 players, just not getting the additional angle, unable to obviously get that nice little tap on the back of the car that lets you put it in the center there is definitely a rough moment, but understandable given the pressure that was under. To come back and bring another goal anyway is definitely a good feeling. 3 minutes left on the clock here. Mentone need to hold a strong defense, not let any more get through while still finding 2 more goals if they want to keep their series alive. Keep this series alive and win the finals.
Yeah, here we go. Danger. But it's going to be okay. No one had enough boost to play around with, not in enough position. And see Mitch Magoo, he does want to go for the pass, but unfortunately, Brother Sphinx was not in position just yet. Although he is going to miss that one. Harvey! Oh, so close.
So close yet so far. Rocket League, absolutely a game of inches, and that one there was just an inch too far off. A pixel too far forward does mean that, of course, Mentone stick onto that 1 goal score for the time being, but they seem to have some pretty good form at the moment. You can tell they want to remain in this series, and they're really giving it to BDC right now, who are doing well to withstand the pressure, but of course have that lead in their back pocket thanks to Frosty.
Yeah, here we go. It's still a little bit of a moment from Mentone. They're looking for these opportunities, but there's just not enough in the tank. Meanwhile, Frosty Falcon and Sir Kraken, they've really opened a lot of opportunities for themselves. That's a great defense, a little bit of a piece. And Lao Money ran out as well. Does want to quickly collect, eyes on the ball, and here comes the attack.
Yeah, trying to push it on through there will be shut down by Loud Money, and as you can see now, Frosty's got some time with the ball, looking to possibly set up what seems to be an aerial, but doesn't get the angle they need to get up the wall immediately, and Mentone quickly sees jump that, stop that from happening. Here's an opportunity. It's going to be enough. Broader Spinks is there. It's 2-3. We might be able to get this equalized. We might be able to go to an overtime. And there's still a chance here for Mentone to remain in the series.
Yeah, wow. Look at that one. It's just such a difference in goal. Where on one side, you have Frosty Falcon. And this one is just all 3 players ready to go. The setup, you just can't beat that one. It's just so hard on the angle. And now with 1 minute and 25 seconds left, it's 3-2. BDC does have a little bit more. Oh my god! No! That is 4 for 4 for Frosty Falcons.
Just when you feel like Mufasa climbing back, there happens to be a Scar on the top, pushing you down. Definitely a tragic moment here, just when you thought you were on top of the world. BDC managed to put that coffin a little bit lower here for MGS. And now, that scoreline seems a little bit further away.
Alright, here we go. It's definitely a little bit more.
You know what? We're jumping to it. It's not a best of 5. It's a best of 7. MGS still 100% in this.
Oh, well, oh yeah, it's grand final. It's not best of 5. I think that fact slipped both of us, and we were just a little bit worried for Mentone right there. But since we have a few more games to play on and continue to explore, I guess the question right now is, what will Mentone do? Because right now they are down a further 3, right? It was always the 3-0, and now it's 5-2. 46 seconds left on the clock. It's going to be a really tough one unless the miracle is going to start dropping and they're just going to get one after another. They're going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I mean, look, things looking better now. Things have been adjusted. We're all good. MGS, of course, do need to go back to the drawing board here. But I mean, if we look at what they've done so far to claw back and keep the resilience in this match so far, I think things are looking pretty strong here. I think they're still in a good position to possibly walk away with it.
Yeah, I think more than anything, we need to see more of the synergized teamwork, right? We're not seeing enough of it. There's a lot of mistakes being committed. And as much as credits that we can give when it comes down to the synergy and how their defense is pretty good, in this one, it feels like they've just been completely dominated.
Yeah, definitely towards the end there was a strong feeling that perhaps things were definitely not going to be going their way. But I do see some signs of a light. I do see an opportunity for them to possibly bring this back. But now after this match, it really is match point.
Oh, boy. Mentone. Like, this is the moment to shine. This is the moment to, light up your sky and say, we're here to play. Let's settle it. Yeah. Can't really be holding anything else back anymore. Like, there's been 4 games, right? And 4 games, you had all to try different kind of strategies. Now is the one to make the decision. What's going to be your strategy and your gameplay moving forward? Because you can't just be sitting there, crossing and still brainstorming what's going to be the best thing against BDC. There's not going to be any more opportunities given. So, pressure's on.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you could just see that performance from Frosty as well. The score, 940, almost 1,000 points there. Just an absolute spectacle put on here. If there's, we said Frosty's good, but damn, did Frosty turn it up a notch there.
Oh, yeah, that's yeah, we didn't realize Frosty was going to be able to play this well, especially in the grand finals, but here we are, completely eating our words. They're just showing how much of a stellar team BDC's lineup is. You've seen everyone play quite right now from the beginning to the end, and now it's time for them to try to bring it home. If not, Mentone, if they want to avoid all this fate, they're going to have to show us exactly what they're made out of. Like, there is no chance to stop.
Yeah, they need to show some resilience here as well. If you're going to be in for a long swap to try and give it back to what seems to be a bit of a mini reverse sweep, right? Of course, Mentone were the ones that had that first game, were able to bring something there in that scenario. Let's see what they can do this time around. 4 minutes of the clock here, of course. BDC looking to play defense for the time being. Possible opportunities might be there. Mitch Magoo's trying to get in there, but unfortunately doesn't have the angle they need to push that ball in. And still going to be opportunities for Mentone here, but finally cleared away for BDC.
Yeah, I think they were all waiting for that center play. And 2 players all diving in. Look at the side of BDC. They just want to go for this one, leaving themselves open for a possible counter-attack. But Frosty Falcon, if the area is just going to beat a little bit of a tap, 2 players already ready to take this one away. Loud Money is going to clear it. And here comes a little bit of resource scabbing. I think it's not too bad, but like, oh my god, the danger is starting to spill.
Yeah, Loud Money not getting the touch that they wanted there, and of course it did end up pushing towards their side, but it was going to be cleared nonetheless. So Kraken coming in like a wrecking ball, but that's the problem when you come in like a wrecking ball. Sometimes you don't get the angle you need. Of course, still an opportunity here, but Loud Money sees it, starts throwing it around. You can see here, nice little pass into the center there. Actually, nice little pass to Frosty, who then passes it back through the corner. Creates the opportunity. BDC now up in the lead here. Pressure really on now for Mentone.
All right, here we go. There's a little bit of a scuffle into the mid. Frosty Falcon's going to get taken out really quickly in a demo. There's an opportunity from Brother Sphinxy, but there is going to be the respawn from Frosty Falcon. He is going to be able to clear that one away. Loud Money now sitting with the resources. They do want to play. Mitch Magoo trying to form a little bit of attack. He is going to get the bounce. Harvey does not get the angle. And Loud Money going to set up for the redirection. The second tab is going to be good from Frosty Falcon.
Yeah, you can see there, nice little tap on the side there. That little redirect as it comes through towards the backboard really probably messed with the defenses of Mentone. They were probably thinking, okay, it's going to hit down. We need to just be back in the center area and it should be fine there. And all of a sudden, they're going to have to quickly reposition to the new direction of the ball. But of course, Frosty, looking at a little bit further into the future, knew where to be. And that puts another goal here in the side of BDC. Another one in their pocket. Another one pushing towards what's going to be the actual finale here. Because if they do win this one, they have won the finals of the entire competition. Of opportunity, just missing out a little bit there. But of course, that 2-goal lead provides some level of comfort for BDC for the time being.
Yeah, right there, you can see it. Opportunity is just one after another. Oh my god! That is unfortunate from Broader Sphinx. You can see what he wanted to do as he takes out Sir Kraken. But the play right there almost opened them up to concede another goal. And that's not what you want to see. With 2 minutes left onto the clock, Mentone desperately need to put something on the board.
Harvey trying to slow something down, create a little bit of chaos there right near the post of BDC. But that will be dealt with handily by the defense of BDC as they push it back now towards Mentone's side here. There's going to be another attempt to get it in, but not quite the angle they need. It will go wide. Mitch Magoo now trying to get some control, tries to chip it over Kraken, who reads it, pushes it over the center. A little bit too much pepper on the ball does mean it will go clear of the goal. So even though that center was there, not going to provide an opportunity for BDC. Frosty going up high will knock it down, and oh my, is that enough? No, it's bouncing the right way. It's all good, as I say that. Oh.
Yes, you got to be careful. Not clean. Oh my god, Mitch Magoo barely sitting in the right place at the right time is going to cleat that one into the defense. But as we say that, there is still very little time left. The goal is there. The defense is also good. Liao Money challenging Harvey. And Mitch Magoo is going to quickly get the ball. Zero resources. Looking for anything. Looking for a pass. Looking for a dab in. Harvey goes for it. The right idea is there. But it's not enough. Broader Sphinx. He is out of resources as well. And he wants it. But this is just such a tough ask. There is nothing on the board for them.
Yeah, the time is disappearing as we speak now. Less than 40 seconds left on the clock. Less than a minute here to get 2 goals. That is starting to be a very hard ask, especially against a team with the quality that BDC brings to the table. I mean, not to take anything away from Mentone, but they just have an uphill battle to get there, and it's just going further and further. That door is closing.
Oh boy, 15 seconds left on the clock. It's gonna take a miracle, but you know what? There's just no Christmas right now. Frosty Falcon says, let me just quickly close this dream off.
Yeah, that was, if there was any final nails in the coffin, that would be it. That was definitely a one, that was definitely a tougher one to come back from. A bit of a tough pill to swallow, but Mentone still continuing the kickoff, still looking for something. A nice play from Mitch Magoo. Harvey tries to get in there to push it in, but it is going to miss just ever so slightly. And BDC Frosty, one last little play there. It's going to just tap ever so short of the goalpost. And that is going to be enough. That's going to be the timer closed out here for the game. And it will be BDC, the Blazers, walking away with that win.
That was really crazy. We went from having an ability, an opportunity on the side of Mentone where they show signs of life, strategy, synergy. They showed that they were here to play with heart and skills together as a team. And then, you know, right after that, BDC took the momentum, took the initiative, and they came alive. It was such a breathtaking view.
I could not put it any better myself, Emperor. I do want to give credit where credit is due. Mentone, you've played a fantastic competition throughout the entire 6 weeks here. You've been a pleasure to watch. BDC, you as well have been putting on a fantastic show, and a huge congratulations and a big thank you to both these teams for showing up and giving us an amazing show. But that is not everything. No. That is only Division 2 finishing up there for their finals here and bowing out. We still have Division 1 finals coming right up, so please don't go anywhere. More Rocket League due to come. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the show. Of course, it's the Australian Esports High School League competition for Rocket League, and we are now moving towards our Division 1 Grand Finals here. It's going to be some exciting stuff. It's going to be the Falcons up against GLC. Very excited to jump into this one because, of course, Division 1 is a different level, and my oh my, are they going to bring us some good stuff.
Oh yeah, we thought Division 2 was cool to see. Division 1 is going to be bringing the next level worth of mind games. Every one of them is going to be able to come in with a strategy, a synergized play that they've already thought of. And now it's time to show who has the superior tactics when it comes down to the final touch.
Yeah, I mean, both of these teams, he had a relatively easy run here into finals as well. The Faith Falcons winning out against Hills Grammar and the Humanitas pretty much the whole way through, a nice clear 3-0. On the side of GLC, though, they had a little bit of a different run, had to struggle a bit against the Titans. When I say struggle, it was 3-1 against, the I think it was SBCC, the Clave of Rockets as well. So had a little bit of a rougher ride here in comparison. So, of course, we're probably looking at Faith Falcons here being the favorites.
Yeah, here we go. But, when we come down to having favorites and people who come to have a bumpy ride, you can't just judge, right? Because every one of them is pretty good. And when it comes down to exactly what they want to do, they're going to show you right now, right? One was smooth sailing. The other one's like bumpy ride, but then they still made it there and they had so much more to improve on. So we will see how much the GLC team is able to bring into this against the favorites. That is the Faith Falcons. So I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. I think the teams are just warming up as well as we're getting everything ready, just making sure it's looking good until we get ourselves into it. Of course, we want to make sure it's a nice clear server. That's the big thing as well, making sure that we've got that all in play. But I think we should be ready to roll very shortly. And it's a tougher one for me to call right at this moment in time, even though I'm saying, hey, we're giving a slight favoritism here to the Faith Falcons. I still think there's definitely a lot to show here from GLC in terms of what they can bring to the table, and I'm expecting a show.
Well, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be one of those where we're gonna be pretty surprised at what's gonna happen between both sides. But more than anything, we're just looking forward to have some really good passionate grand finals of Rocket League between two high schools. The last 6 weeks. Like, how many times did they play? Yeah.
Bring the form. I mean, 6 weeks of play, incremental improvement. Players rise to the occasion time and time again. It has been quite the journey, Emperor. I know you haven't been with me the entire way of it through, but you've come through halfway, and you came through at a good point, right? Most of the players, most of the teams had sort of rounded off some of those rougher edges. Of course, there's still a bit of shaving that can be done there, of course, or a bit of sanding down with that sandpaper. But to be said, you really did come in at a point where a lot of the players, a lot of the teams were really starting to settle themselves into their positions and what they were going to do and what was going to be their strategy for the rest of the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's a very fortunate thing. When it comes down to just coming in at the right time and just enjoying the moment, the momentum that's being built up by all these players that's made it all the way throughout the weeks. I think the most that I've enjoyed was where we saw Frosty Falcon play quite well, and then we saw a lot of the other players coming from all different kind of teams. We saw, I think there was another player that I remember was such a momentum
standout, right?
A standout, yeah.
Yep.
But it's hard to put a name onto them. It's just that they're just all so good, right? And a Division 1 is just bringing even more of the heat. And look at this already. It's all scuffle. Everyone's playing really tight. I mean, it'd be hard to struggle to say that they still need a warm up.
I mean, look, as you can see, they're immediately going for the aerials up in the air, of course. I just imagine there's also a bit of, even though they've warmed up, there's still those nerves, right? You sit there and you do your warm-up, you hit your buttons a bit, but there's a bit like, ooh, this is it. This is go time. This is a minute. As I say that, nice quick save there by Teriyaki. We'll keep things going here. No first blood going to be delivered just yet. And continuing to push forward here as well. Now it's going to be FLC on the defense.
Alright, here we go. It's a little bit more of a scuffle onto the corner. No one wants to let this one up, but when you don't have boost, can't really do much more except drop down. Exotic is going to quickly get the tap, but your girlfriend's going to get the delivery. Man, that's going to be a tough one for me to call out. I'm going to keep saying your girlfriend, but
What'd you say?
Oh,
definitely a
boy.
tough one to make. Let's just say, you know what? Your GF. How does that one sound?
Oh yeah, that sounds good.
Bit
Well-
different there. A bit different. You know, sometimes they don't. You know what? Sometimes players go, that's not my name. I'm just like, well, unfortunately, because of your name, this is what's being said. No, that's like problematic. But it's just like, that idea of like, hey man, don't talk about my girlfriend like that.
What do you mean it's not problematic? It is absolutely problematic in this game. Imagine a demolition comes through and we have to say it.
Well, not just yet for the time being. Exotic goes for an attack, then it will be blocked by your GF. Yeah, I understand. I understand what you're saying now, and that sort of stuff. But it's fine. It's fine. It's not that bad because we understand the context, okay? So, aerodynamic. Looking to get the ball here, looking to get it out there. Shot on God. Exotic sees it, pushes it through the cracks, gets it through. First blood is drawn. GLC are the ones taking the reins of this game.
Yeah, that was really good coming through. Realizing the position, Exotic really just want to bring it down. And it was in slow motion. There's nothing else that you can do in that position, so defense couldn't really get themselves into position at the same time. And it's only 1-0. It's a really early goal still. Coming to this best of 7. And hey! Your girlfriend scores!
It jumps it through as well. Nice quick play as well. Using, of course, the redirection there from the side of the wall. It was a nice little play because it's something that if you do well and it's communicated, it can really blindside the other team, and that's exactly what happened. GLC, of course, having to give that one away, and that's 1-1 apiece now.
Yeah, gotta be very careful about that one, as they had a really good solo showing that you know, they're giving a little bit of respect, and they are showing that they can really play for the attack. They gotta be very careful. Some of the aggressive attacks coming through from the Faith Falcons are starting to slip through the crack, and GLC don't really want to be the one to suffer that in the beginning.
Absolutely not. Exotic will continue to push it into the corner here as well. As it is a tough area to get the ball out of once it seems to be locked in position, but it will be cleared away. Nice shot there coming down from a long way from downtown really, as even I begin to have issues there with my words, just how good that goal was. And you can see your girlfriend up high manages to knock that into position, manages to get a lead here for the FLC.
Oh boy, we're gonna be having a lot of fun casting this one, I have to say. No matter what we say, it's not gonna be what we want as an impact, but here comes your girlfriend trying to get that full delivery. Doesn't get the final touch into it, but you know what? It was still really quick and precise, and I was a little bit scared.
Well, unfortunately they weren't able to get it there, but you can see what FLC is trying to do. All of their players there, your girlfriend, ADFBM, Aerodynamic, just looking to control that aerial game, bring it up high here, and force GLC into an uncomfortable position there. That was well read by MaxRL. So actually jump in and grab that save there. A bit of a chip coming on through, and those are very textbook sort of attacks on the goal, right? But if you do control yourself appropriately, jump at the right time, they can be stopped. That's exactly what MaxRL did, and MaxRL finds another shot there as well. Just nice little tidy area there, a good little touch there, sets it up in position there, and then a nice little use of course, the tip of the ball there to get power out of the blue and catch FLC off guard.
Yeah, the score is now all tied up, and that's really cool to see. Teriyaki getting a little bit of a pounce in the early winning ball, but you know what? There's still a lot more work to be done. A little bit of a moment right there coming in from Faith Falcons where they really are just wrestling, trying to get the ball, desperately trying to clear it away from their side, and there is going to be the tap coming in from Max, and he's doing quite well. Here comes the arrow coming from him. There's going to be the challenge from Afton, and you can see it. Everyone wants a little bit more going on, just hitting the crossbars, and this is going to be a tight Division 1 Grand Finals.
Yeah, you can see they're just really pushing everything on for the time being as well. Every opportunity is attempted to be taken advantage of. Your girlfriend there pushes in for a nice little hit there, but Exotic is ready and waiting. Will get the defense. Dynamic wants to push it through, and there's definitely some interesting spots here where you're sort of looking for that RNG factor to come in when the ball pinches against two players there. Who's going to win that 50-50 the positioning of the wall, where the ball goes. That's when things start to get a little bit crazier here in this Division 1 finals there. Flip reset there by your girlfriend isn't going to get exactly the play that they want there. MaxRL will now clear this away. A bit of a dribbling play. As you can see, tries to sort of guide the ball in while dribbling it on the top of the bonnet, but will be handled very well by FLC. Defense continues, and we're going to overtime.
Yeah, I mean, we just started. And we're immediately being brought into OT. It's 2 apiece, and this best of 7. No one wants to let out that first game. They already realized just how much that they need to work for the final few games, and so the early momentum is gonna be the decider.
Well, we'll see how we go here. Of course, it's golden goal during overtime. That's the you have to take into account. Just continuing to hold off. MaxRL doing a good job to push the ball out of the way there, but of course, that second hit there wasn't intentional, but gives an opportunity for a little bit of a dribble play. It's going to be a center ball there, but no one else on GLC has any boost, and they're running around scrambling to grab that in the meantime.
Alright, a little bit of a control being brought back. Aerodynamic is going to get knocked away by Max, but he doesn't want to overplay his cards. And here comes that defense coming in. It's going to get knocked away. He's pretty good. Here comes the counter. Max is there. Gets quickly thwarted away. There's going to be the miss. The bumper. It's just not going to be favoring Teriyaki right now. And there is still going to be the relentless assault coming in from GLC. They want to close it out, but they are starting to run out of resources. A chance, an opportunity. Do they have it? It is saved.
Oh, it's relentless, the attacks here, and here comes the counter-attack as well. Definitely a disappointing outcome for GLC, for Teriyaki, who had so many opportunities on goal there, just missing by a slither. But overtime continues for the time being as well. And that was definitely a dangerous moment for FLC, but they weathered the storm.
Yeah, the Matt scramble is always good to see. Chaos is what we want as Teriyaki gets taken out. An opportunity has been given, but not enough angle. There is going to be the play from MaxRL. They are going to go into this. He's going to get taken out in the demo. Here comes the redirection going through. The slight bumps are going to deter it just yet. Going to recollect it. Waiting for a chance. Aerodynamic is going to be here, but doesn't get the toucher. Affabin is the one that looked at it, but it is still going to be scoreless.
Yeah, this is not really a tough moment now. Like, the next sort of level these players need to jump to is really having strong and accurate free jumps, which sort of requires you to be looking into the future a little bit, sort of understanding the play of the opponents that you're going up against. And yeah, that's definitely a tough one to sort of really get an edge here, because right now they seem to be relatively evenly matched. It could be anyone's game there. Again, you're just relying on the outcomes of pinches, right? The way that the ball decides to move to one side instead here. And I had to say GLC definitely had some opportunities there that just didn't come off. So FLC now really need to be the ones to sort of bring back that momentum and sort of push it towards their favor. But as I say that, still easy again. There we go. Finally, Teriyaki finds it through the confusion. Center field here. A few players here just trying to follow the ball. As you can see, it ends up being a quick bounce off that wall side there. Comes in towards the center, and FLC just not ready to defend at that point in time.
I think out of everything, GLC really brought this one back. You know, there was so many opportunities that they were not ready for, but then out of nowhere, they were just like, hang on a second. We'll finally be able to play this one out. I think the overwhelming amount of assault right on goals has really put that one through. Like, FLC has had really good attacks, but like when it comes down to GLC highlighting that one, they've had much more chances, especially coming in from Teriyaki.
Yeah, I mean, you look at in terms of the actual shots on goal here. You got 3 from MaxRL, 5 from Teriyaki. I had a few more there as well. But to be honest, when you look at it, your girlfriend had 7 shots on goal as well, really bumping it up for FLC. But ultimately, of course, it's going to be GLC that walk away with that win there. So, of course, it does mean that the pressure now is on FSC to make something happen.
Yeah, we'll see what happens right now, because you know, taking that first one is always going to be feeling pretty good, especially in these grand finals best of 7. Momentum is going to shift. But we'll see. If we saw your girlfriend, having a really good stellar play, 7 shots on goal. I mean, we could be having a repeat of seeing exactly what else we're gonna get from the Fate Falcons.
Exactly right. I think just that sort of form being kept there by your girlfriend and then the rest of the teammates just rising to the occasion can have a very marked difference here in the outcome of the games. GLC, though, looks strong. Teriyaki doing an amazing job there, keeping those shots on goal there. You can see a lot coming through as well from the other members there. I really am excited to see how Max RL and, of course, how we do see to Exotic jump into. I can see some really good signs of life from them as well. They've been doing some good stuff, so I'd like to see them as well rise to the occasion here. But of course, at this moment in time, GLC are up that one little match here as well. It is a best of 7, not a best of 5. Just to fix that one up there. Let everyone know it's a best of 7 here, so plenty of opportunities, of course, for FLC to come back.
Yeah, I think we have ourselves a very good series. If the first one went all the way down to the wire, we're gonna have a few more, especially when the skill level is very high and very close to each other. And so yeah, let's bring in the heat, see what else the rest of Fate Falcons have in the second game, where they are down the first map.
Yeah, so you can see here, your girlfriend jumping up nice and high to possibly get it through there, but of course not enough boost does mean that we'll be sort of stopped here just past that midfield. Maxwell with a nice little save there. We can keep it going. And you can see as well, ADF at BN trying to push it towards the direction they wanted to go. That's a tougher one to save, but they managed to make it work just for the time being as well. GLC managed to get there. FLC could have capitalized if they brought a few members there, but they probably weren't expecting such a good dunk from the top of the ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, even I thought that was going to go through, but then here comes Exotic onto the bottom. He just, he was having a nice holiday. He just had a nice drive-by. Meanwhile, there is a little bit of a relentless assault coming through still. They are looking for the setup, but Max has to keep that one up in the end. There's going to be the pinch, but not enough in the end. The counter is there, but everyone's missing. Wow, look. What is that from Aerodynamic?
That is just a good shot here. Look at this quick reposition. Understood what needed to be done there. Actually even jumped that little repositioning. Most of the time, players like to just go in quick and then stop their boost and then sort of get that nice little touch. But understood I needed to jump here to get the correct angle. And that's going to be a nice quick goal here for FLC.
Yeah, that was a little bit crazy. Aerodynamic barely not in place for the follow-up. But afterwards, got the full boost, ready to go. Doesn't get the touch, but doesn't matter. There is going to be the clip from Max. But yeah, at the same time, they are out of resources, which means that the rest is going to be cleared away. Fate Falcons looking for a little bit of a nosedive down. Gets cleared away by Teriyaki, but the ball is still very much in dangerous territory.
Well, as we can see here, they got the safety of the corner for the time being, but your girlfriend will bring it towards the center. Cleared out here by Max, which now with a good bounce there, has an opportunity for GLC, but your girlfriend does a great job to clear that away. Just shutting down and a chance for a bounce there. And that's enough to get it over, that little chip over the edge there. Talk about bringing it back from one side of town to the other. You can see your girlfriend here controls, chips it over the edge as well, uses the momentum off that little top to get what they needed to make it too hard to save. That was very good to watch.
Yeah, that was a little bit crazy. It was just pure finesse and control. Exotic is going to be getting that one through, but afterwards, going to be the one to recover. Here comes the challenge into the air. They do want to bring it down. That's a great one, but that clear, it's just as wonderful.
Oh, it was a very good save, and that was a very good attempt on goal. Max, I said I wanted you to rise to the occasion, and you just delivered there with that play. But of course, FLC still up 2 for the time being. GLC need a few more of those to bring this to an even scoreline. Exotic goes for a shot, but it will be defended. A few too many players commit there, and they do manage to get it clear for the time being, but a lot of resources was exhausted there, and they need a bit of time to lick their wounds.
I think when it comes down to having all your fuel completely just exhausted, the only thing you can do is quickly just gather some resources, collect your go, do something about it, and so you can quickly rebuild your attack. But right now, there's going to be the push and shove. Both sides not really conceding overly too much. Now comes the little bit of a play, looking for the return around. Aerodynamic is already there. Exotic was already full-on diving in. They want a little bit more, but the control is still going to be ever-present.
Yeah, you can see Exotic was just saying, you know what, if the ball does go through, I'll be there to make sure I can get it into the goal line. That's a beautiful shot there by your girlfriend. I don't even think that was too intended. I need to watch the replay to see how that comes through as well. It comes through, yeah. Okay, I think they were looking for a bit of a play there. They did edge the last second to get that curve in, so to get the angle so the ball was going in that direction, but ended up being a beautiful touch, and FLC now are going to be up 3-0.
All right, 3-0 is actually a rather big one now with 1 minute and 47 seconds left onto the clock. GLC,
It's good buffer. It's good buffer.
It's a very good buffer, right? It's not unrecoverable. It's just that you're going to need GLC to really come alive with some of these attacks, which is now starting to fall short a little bit.
Well, as we say that, though, is that a caster curse? No, it's not. Your girlfriend there makes sure to be right on the side. As I say that, though, Teriyaki responds immediately with that. This is a fantastic stop here by your girlfriend. Look at that. That was actually perfect, but of course, aerodynamics are back in time. Your girlfriend is even in position, right? Going for a squishy save on the back end as well, using the back of the post to get in position, but it's just not enough, and that is going to be at least a return here for GLC to bring back that scoreboard.
All right, when we did say we want to see more from GLC, that if they want to take something and get competitive, this is how they do it. And here comes an attempt, but it's not enough. All three players was ready to go. Here comes the complete delivery. They just want this one fully nailed down to the ground, but it's going to be cleared, and it's going to be fortunately not away and knocked away again. That was so close.
Yeah, so close. No cigar, though, as they continue to make this one happen. You can see your girlfriend's pushing up there. That's beautiful stuff. There will be a beautiful defense as well. Will stop the ball from going through. So everyone's really bringing and giving their all.
You can see it. They want to take a little bit more from this. I think they... Oh, hang on a second. As Max quickly intercepts that one in the middle of 3. Hang on a second. Look at that. It says, I see it. It's a good bounce for me. And there is going to be the miss. So only one. Oh, now that is something impressive. That we can hope for.
It's impressive because it's such a narrow opportunity. There's so many ways that it can go wrong, and it didn't. That's what makes it so nice. Exotic, though, with a good save. They're keeping this alive for GLC. 20 seconds left on the clock here. They need to get one more goal to even this up and take it to overtime. FLC just need to hold on that little bit longer, and they'll be able to get themselves even in this series. Your girlfriend, you can see, is actually trying to slow down the rate of play there. Doesn't get the desired effect there. Teriyaki will jump onto it. An attempt here once again by Exotic. GLC pulling out all the stops. FLC also on the defense. It's now 1 second left. It's going to hit the ground, and we have an even series. It is a series, Emperor ZK, on our hands.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we were looking for. I think when it comes down to it, we were very scared to see if there was going to be something of full momentum swing. But no, you know, when it came down to it, you just saw it, right? 6 shots from your girlfriend, and then 2 from aerodynamic, where Atman was playing.
I couldn't help but laugh at that one. I get exactly what you're saying there as well. It's
right.
You're like, right, yeah. You go, yeah. It's it is a good play on words. I kind of like it. I'm gonna say that. It's making me laugh. It's making me giggle.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna just keep it like that, right? Because it doesn't matter what's happening, your girlfriends get to stay, and they are ready to keep on scoring.
Absolutely. Could not put it any better myself here. But of course, as we mentioned, it's 1 apiece now. It's definitely heating up here. I really want, of course, this to go down to the wire, the full best of 7 if possible. But there could be a scenario here where one of these teams really rise to the occasion and start pushing that gap.
All right, here we go. Who's going to be the one to start this one up? Your girlfriend, of course, is going to be the one to get this delivery. Look at the amount of distance he covered. It's so threatening and sets it up beautifully for aerodynamic.
Yeah, you can see there as well. Nice little play on that. I like that, right? So that's sort of, I'm looking for a bounce play. I'm looking for a redirect. Looking to muddle up the situation awareness of the opposing team. And that's what you need to have, that communication, saying, look, I'm going to go for a backboard player. I'm not going to push this towards the center. It sort of sets off a few different alarms in the heads of those trying to get the clear, and that opens up an opportunity for FLC to push this one through. Exotic now, nice touch there, but it will be intercepted by your girlfriend here on the top side.
Oh, rare miss right there. Could have been really close, but at the same time, Max is also looking for the full reset. Does get the assistance. Your girlfriend's going to be the one to quickly challenge that one away. Here comes Exotic looking for the bumper. And there it is from Teriyaki.
Yeah, they do manage to pick that one through at the last second. They're looking pretty good there. Loving what all this is coming across there. Teriyaki seizes the opportunity, gets it through, evens that scoreline. Things looking very good here. I mean, it's only 4 minutes left. Or what I'm saying, it's only 1 minute that's gone through, that's elapsed. We've already got 2 goals here. I feel both these teams now that they've played and won a game a piece each, they're feeling a little bit more loose. Their plays seem to flow a little bit better. Instead of us having these like sort of smaller goal scores by, again, you know, small margins, I think we're going to have much larger goal scores now, but still small margins because both these teams looking so strong at the moment.
Oh yeah, definitely give us more. Give us more action, get the attack through. We want to see the spectacle. Oh, hang on a second.
Oh.
It beats everyone. But, hey, doesn't matter because your girlfriend's here to secure.
Yeah, Aerodynamic does all the work. Can't quite find their angle for the finish, but your girlfriend is there to play janitor. Does manage to knock that through the last second. Teriyaki also tries to be there for the defense, but it is going to go high. That's a very hard one to get behind when it's time to sort of save the goal as well. And we do have FLC now really beginning to heat up here as they take the lead here in Game 3.
Oh, just as how much we like to see the action through. You can see it's GOC. They have the right idea. They really want to get that opportunity, but right now they don't get that possession. There is no possession to be given over. Every time they do get it, it's a light touch, and then they have to scramble madly for the base. And so there's an opportunity, but it's just a little bit too high on the angle, barely missing it. Here comes a little bit more, and it's still gonna be a full counter from your girlfriend as he tries to beat everyone.
Yeah, probably a miscommunication there as well. They probably thought there might be an opportunity for a center play there. That's why that was a nice little touch there onto the backboard and it went back through. But no one was available from GLC. They sort of exhausted all of the members in the attack, and that meant it was going to be a nice little play here for FLC to push forward. Now they seem to have a bit of the momentum. But as I say that, Marks RL jumps to the occasion once again. And you can see there to center ball, sees it from the back of the post there, takes the opportunity. That's a hard one to obviously get through, but it manages to slip through the defenses of FLC, and now we've evened up this Game 3.
Here we go. It's been close this whole time. And this one is neck and neck. Oh, wait the second.
Oh,
there it is.
It's good. It is good. Teriyaki, you can see what, okay, so Teriyaki wants to go for a double tap there, but just isn't down quick enough, but doesn't matter because MaxRL goes, I see what you're doing, I'm going to be there just in case things don't go your way.
Well, right now they're taking the lead, and all of a sudden, GLC, they have risen up to the occasion. They are starting to put a little bit more effort into their assault and starting to work out really well. They've been given an opportunity and they have taken it. So far, the position is there. However, when it comes down to Fate Falcons, they really know how to get this attack going on. Gotta be looking at your girlfriend, looking for the setup, looking for the defense right now. However, it's just that Geelong, they really want to give no break on the side of Fate Falcons.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a moment there as well where your girlfriend was up in the air, got the flip reset, but was immediately bumped as the 4 wheels touched the ball. So that's really what you need to take advantage of. Your girlfriend there had an opportunity, but it will be easily handled here by GLC. A bit of a soft bounce there means it will be cleared away. And now it's going to be GLC that's going to be doing the holding the line, right? FLC were the ones that had to do it last game. This time around, GLC, your girlfriend gets the flip reset, but not the angle they really want off the back of that play, and not really going to create any opportunities just yet for FLC. MaxRL goes for a big hit on the back of the board there. This is an opportunity for a center, but will be quickly moved away here by FLC. They basically said, we don't want any of that trouble, and we'll knock it down immediately.
Yeah, I think the investment is definitely the correct call right now. Teriyaki meanwhile is looking for the bounce, but there is going to be the defense from your girlfriend doing really well now. Looking for the counter. It's going to get cleared. After fighting for the possession, your girlfriend's out of resources as well. There's going to be the slide touch. Just under a minute to go. Aerodynamic is smelling blood in the water, but the momentum is going to be stopped completely. Not much else to do, but there's going to be another attack. So close.
Yeah, it was definitely a good strike there by ADFBM, but it was a bit choreographed, and there was the members there from GOC rising. Stop that one from coming on through. Teriyaki now puts in for a center ball. Bit of a clash here in the center as it goes back in. Your girlfriend now will nick it up. That ends up causing a bit of a 50 to come through, but it's not really going to go anyone's way at that moment in time as it goes into the safety of the corner. Aerodynamic, though, brings it back in for a center. Your girlfriend's up high. Beautiful attempt, but beautiful save at the same time. Teriyaki ready to keep this game under GLC's control.
Yeah, here we go. There he is, the classic. Just go and let the ball bounce right now. Exotic brings it down. Was looking for another goal. And it's GOC. Right? In the beginning, they were down the points. They were down. They were not able to get a little bit more. But then out of a sudden, it's just straight up. They said, hang on a second. Let's turn things around. And they did. So now they're up 2-1 in this series, in this Division 1 Grand Finals. It is crazy how close it has been. It's been neck and neck from the beginning to now. And we still haven't found the perfect team to, like, see into the end. Like, usually we can see. But now, this is a struggle from both sides.
Yeah, I mentioned before that I was expecting bigger score lines as everyone's, loosened up. And that's also loosened up in a way that favors the defense. So we still have these shorter score lines, right? Everyone's tightened up all areas of their play. So both these teams do not want to give an inch. And so that way no one can take a mile.
All right, here comes the play, and boom, says Teriyaki. They do want to make a statement. They played a little bit more loose. They have a game under an extra one to go under the belt, and so they can afford to try to experiment a little bit more, play a little bit more aggressive. Looking at it, is just beautiful shot being saved by your girlfriend, but it is still going to be a relentless corner.
Yeah, definitely a strong shot there, but the save was even better. As you can see, trying to slow down here by your girlfriend, but has no boost, so had to sort of play it a bit slower in that sort of sense there. ADFBN is going to try to knock it in the air, perhaps reposition in a way that GOC can't take. Now your girlfriend's back with some boost. We'll pop it in towards the center here as well. It's bouncing in a bad place there, but Teriyaki will get that one out of the danger area.
All right, here we go. There's going to be the taps. It's going to get cleared away by Aerodynamic. And it's not too bad when it comes down to it. There's going to be the miss from ADFBN, but it's still not enough just yet. There is going to be the challenge from your girlfriend, and it's going to be cleared away looking for it, but the ball's just a little bit too high.
Yeah, Teriyaki manages to get that one out of there. Max RL now tries to run with it. They gets its evolution, so it's beating quite a number of plays here. We'll get close towards the center, but Aerodynamic will be there and ready to intercept the ball. We're back in towards the center of the field here as well. A lot of rising happening for the time being. Your girlfriend has to get back as the only third player left on their side of the field. But will be enough to bring it back towards the center here once again. And that ebb and flow continues.
Alright, here we go. No one has really given up on this one, but you can definitely see that GOC, they're playing a lot more lax. They are showing that they have proven against that kind of resilience play, and they say, we've done a lot of the defense, we've done a lot of the non-possession, we've given all that away to you, and now all of a sudden we're the ones that's going to be in the control seat. We're looking for it. We know we're confident and we can completely just dismantle you. And here comes an opportunity from Teriyaki looking for the setup with the exotic. There's going to be the clear, but I think it's still not going to, it wasn't really going to hit it. It was just going to hit the bumper.
I mean, Teriyaki did a good job there with that setup there. Like, good control, beat most of the players, did a little tap, didn't freak out, right? To just nice textbook play. Definitely a difficult save, but your girlfriend makes it work there once again as well. Like, as you can see, all players, they're just controlling that post so well. One person is on the far post, one person's on the close post, one person is hanging out near the crossbar. So it's a very hard game to get a goal against when everyone's playing their fundamentals so well.
All Alright, 2 minutes and 10. No goals on either side. There is still the storm that's trying to let loose. Both sides is trying to prepare for it. A dangerous little bit of a side play. There's going to be the taking out from Teriyaki. And GOC, they want that full momentum swing. You can just see how aggressive that they are playing.
Yeah, they're trying to push it in as well, but FLC, again, having strong defense will keep things on the level. Once again, FLC looking for an attack here. Your girlfriend will lose out on the 50, and it will be pushed towards the center. Teriyaki and your girlfriend actually having a bit of a bump battle there as well, as they're trying to sort of get some control of the board, so it's going to be up to ADFBN to make that one work. Exotic just missing the ball ever so slightly. These longer games, or these consistent games without a score, do sort of wear down on your mental fortitude quite a fair bit. That is a decent shot, but once again, a scenario where it's just above the crossbar isn't going to give them too much. And it does become a very, very difficult here when there's no goals, because those goals do give you like a breath of respite to sort of sit back, go, okay, don't need to focus, can give my brain a break. And so now it's just a matter of who's going to come out on top here, because it's 0-0, no goals. As I say that, finally Teriyaki finds the shot, manages to get in there. Finally, that little bit of a lapse comes across there, and of course it's off the back of a nice redirect as well. A nice little pass there. GLC up now with one extra goal here with 49 seconds left on the clock.
Alright, finally breaking that one in. GOC in a commanding position to keep on extending their play and showing that aggression. Now, obviously, if you're supporting the Faith Falcons, they definitely need to put something back onto the board. And looking for it, that is a nice clear from Teriyaki. There's going to be the little bounce, and your girlfriend just makes it possible.
Yeah, I love to see the replay on this one here as well. Perhaps a little bit too much on that. Not enough pepper on the ball to actually make it hard. And as you can see, your girlfriend has all the time to redirect the ball where they need to go for a double tap, and manages to bring that down the dunk as well. And things get evened up very quickly. I mean, within 20 seconds, basically, of me saying, hey, 49 seconds left on the clock, things looking tough here for FLC, they answer back.
Yeah, here we go. Both sides not showing up, and they really want to just keep it clear away. Now, I think while they have already played 3 rounds with each other, they've definitely felt the weakness and the strength of each other to continuously clear. Your girlfriend has a nice save right here, but at the same time, you know, it looks like we're just gonna be able to pull it into OT again. The second OT. It's crazy.
Yep, second OT of the series. Again, both teams pulling out all the stops. No one wants to give anything away. Of course, GLC have a little bit more give on that rope here in this tug of war, but as time continues to go on, FLC seem to have found themselves a bit of a comfortability, right, against the onslaught of attacks here. There seem to be a wall against this cannon. And I'm looking at your girlfriend here has really been playing out of their mind, really, most of the matches. But as I say that, finally, Exotic cutting through the nonsense, sees an opportunity here, playing a little bit too much with the ball there, ends up being a center on through, and look at that power coming through, uses all the boost to get there in that right position, and they manage to get themselves another match here in this series, and now things are looking a bit tough here for Faith Falcons.
Well, just what we thought. It was going to be a little bit more closer. It's going to be a much more extended round. I mean, we did get OT, that's for sure. But when it came down to just how fast that OT went by, it was just like a complete opposite side of how round 3 started. So now it's, what, 3-1 with GLC, looking to close this one out against the Faith Falcons.
Yeah, it's definitely pressure time now for Faith. They need to bring something back here in one of these matches, of course. They can't let GLC take another one away, but it's always by the slimmest of margins. That's what's probably a bit of an annoyance, right, for the Faith Falcons. It's always just that little bit that they miss out on, and then they're stuck in this situation.
We hate to see it when there's an opportunity that you're gonna be looking and just closing your eyes and saying, "Oh no," you know. But then it's another thing when it comes down to a repeater play coming in from GLC, continuously to struck gold. is just a little bit more crazier than what the Faith Falcons has anticipated right now. And they are really trying to continuously pile on the pressure, but right now, nothing is going to be given.
Yeah, nothing is going to be given. I think GLC just are that much more consistent, right? If you're 95% consistent and your opponent is 97% more consistent, eventually that's what's going to give when it ends up being, especially in these longer matches in the best of sevens, where ultimately if you are just performing that little bit higher, you do get to see what the outcome is going to be in an extended series. And Faith Falcons, they've got 1 on their board here, GLC 3. That match point must be wearing thin on their minds. They've been playing for 6 weeks. 6 weeks they've been playing in and out on these round robins. They went through Swiss, of course, in that first week to get themselves to Division 1 and playing out this long slug here of Term 1. You don't want to walk away here not as the first place of that finish line, right? You're so close. I hope Faith Falcons can really bring something back to it. But GLC, of course, want to walk away with that win. And as I say that, Exotic looking to put the nails here in the coffin of FLC as they do find another goal here. Max RL with a beautiful little passer on the backboard. FLC not in position to defend, and GLC now looking to walk away with the win.
Oh, that's going to be small zone run from GLC. Heart's going to be beating you up positively faster. But if you're on the side of Faith Falcons, there's a lot more work and ground to be covered right now, as they are looking for just a little bit more coming in. It's not going to be given. The amount of defense that GLC has pulled through is tremendous, and it has paid in so much dividends. And it's just such a tough ask for Faith Falcons to restore that lost mentality right now.
Yeah, the pressure's definitely on. Your girlfriend thought they might be able to get one there, but of course the pinch didn't work out in their favor. Once again, push it on through. Exotic will have a good shot there to put it back in towards the side of the wall. ADFBN needs to reposition there, looking for an opportunity to push that one forward. Here's a shot here. It's enough. FLC managed to get one back, and they managed to survive the pressure just for the time being. And having a look at what's happened here as well, Teriyaki just not getting the pinch that they needed. And that ends up being one in the favor of the Falcons.
I think Faith Falcons really needed that one to get out of their current mental block. They've had so many good shots and so many good attacks, but none of them has worked out. And so, your girlfriend quickly gets this one in, collecting all the boosts from the GLC side, looking for the reset, looking for the replay. But that final little bit of groundwork is really going to pay it off.
Yeah, Aerodynamic definitely made a little bit of a dangerous play there, I must admit, when they pushed on through. Of course, they had ADFBN in the back pocket there as the third man to defend any counter attacks, but it was a bit of an overcommit there. I would have preferred Aerodynamic to sit back in the wings and wait for what was going to be the event of your, well, the result of your girlfriend's attempt up in the air. As we can see that there, push towards the backboard. We'll go towards safety of the corner. Teriyaki continuing with attack. We'll try to bring it in, but it will be saved by ADFBN. Trying to look for the clear, but it is just so hard to get the ball out of these locked zones once the team manages to keep you locked in there.
Alright, here comes in a little bit of an opportunity coming in. Exotic gets the ball delivered, but it's already back onto the side of Faith Falcons. Max, though, he's happy to just hint this one back in. He says, alright, let's play on reaction, let's play on what you're going to be doing on the map. And there's going to be a miss. The ball is still dead center. No one has really thought to commit a little bit more into this because everyone wants to struggle, and they are getting the struggle because, you know, without resources, it's not like you can really get into the air, and you can't really be playing for faster speed. And as we say that, your girlfriend's going to be looking for an opportunity here. There's going to be the full challenge. Will they get it? No, they won't. And it's just a tough one completely.
Yeah, your girlfriend's still doing the best that they did at that time with limited boost. Only had 12 in the tank at that time, and basically thought, I need to push this towards a possible center play. Does manage to make it work, but of course GLC operating in the background, keeping the defense nice and strong. Now we can see Exotic tries to get it in towards the center here. 3 players committing to the defense. The ball's not going to go the way GLC wants, and back to that ebb and flow here as it goes into the center of the field.
Here we go. I mean, I don't want to call it, but like if we get another OT, I'll be pretty happy. But right now, we really need Fate Falcons to have a score if they want to stay competitive within this series and last their chances. Obviously, going to OT is gonna be just so much more pressure to be mucking around with, and still, your girlfriend looking for another opportunity.
Yeah, your girlfriend, they're trying to be a bit fancy there with a sort of quick redirect. Doesn't really get the touch that they wanted for it. It does mean that the ball goes a bit wide into awaiting hands of a defender of GLC. Like you said, you didn't want to call it, but it's starting to look that way. We might be going to another overtime, and that golden goal, of course, is going to be ever so important here for FLC, because it really is now one goal deciding whether they're going to remain in the series or if GLC walk away with that final win.
Oh boy, hate to be right in these kind of situations because we want to see a lot more Rocket League, but here's the hope, here's the challenge, and Exotic is going to be looking to clear this one away, but your girlfriend's going to be looking for the touch, gets finally knocked away. It's crazy how far we've come to just commentate on these two teams. They're both playing defensive really well.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. They're absolutely playing a bit of a immovable object meets unstoppable force scenario here, and no one wants to give it an inch. 3 players from defense, they overcommit for it. Teriyaki seizes it, finds it, and scores, and that is a rough one to go into as well. But as you can see, 3-player defense, a bit of a knockout as well by one of the members, making it so hard to recover. And it does mean that GLC do walk away with a win here and are going to be our winners here for Division 1.
Oh wow, I have to say that was tough. Like, I wasn't playing, I was commentating. I felt the amount of pressure and heat that these two teams was like just getting in, right? They were like, worry about the defense, worry about the angle, worry about the resources. They were talking synergy, they were talking how to attack. It's, wow, what a incredible display of talent and skills.
Yeah, absolutely amazing stuff there. Could not put it any better myself. We wanted a series that went down to the wire, and although it didn't go the distance in terms of the series, these were extremely close goal lines, right? Both sides here really gave it their all and ended up being just those slim victories from GLC time and time again in overtime that really pushed them over the edge. So amazing stuff there from the Faith Falcons. You guys put on an amazing show throughout this entire tournament. It was a great experience to watch, and the same to you as well, GSC. A big congratulations for coming out on top and winning as well. What a way to finish it out, Emperor ZK.
Yeah, I gotta say, came in at the right time and I finished at the right time. Solely enjoyed my time with you. Like, all these games were crazy to cast and they were so delightful to watch.
Oh yeah, it was an absolute pleasure working with you, Emperor. I had a fun time the whole way through, and as they say, all good things must come to an end. But before we do sign off that one final time, we need to give a shout out to the entities that make this entire competition possible, and that, of course, is our sponsors.
AGON by AOC, the gaming monitor partner who provide best-in-class monitor solutions for gaming and all other needs. Indomie, the noodle partner made with high-quality flour and selected ingredients and spices. A plate of Indomie mee goreng will certainly brighten up your day. Try any of the flavors available today from your local grocer or at indomie.com.au.
And finally, last but not least, the AEL, in partnership with the Department of Health and Aged Care, is promoting our You've Got No Game When You Vape campaign. Do you know the harms and risks of vaping? For more information, head to health.gov.au/vaping. If you'd like to help quit, check out the My Quit Buddy app. It tracks your progress and helps you stay motivated. Or call Quit Line on 13 78 48 and talk to a professional counselor for a free and confidential advice about quitting. Well, the journey has finally come to an end. I just want to put a huge thank you to the players, the teachers that brought all of the communities and players together here to make this happen. A big thank you, of course, to the admin staff that have been rounding up the teams and keeping everything on schedule. And of course, the production team for getting things going through and trying to get everything running as smoothly as possible. It has been an epic journey that both myself and Emperor have been on. And I can't wait to see you guys back again in term 2. Until then, we're signing out. Have a fantastic weekend.